Okay, next drill. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, we get an extra pawn in Knight Endgame. Surely I cannot mess this up. First order of business in any endgame, get the king involved. Computer immediately being sneaky because if I continue going up, there's a fork. So I'm going to go here to protect. I still want to get my king involved. Let's just keep going towards the middle and kind of restrict his pieces. So far, so good. So far, so very good. So if I go here, he's going to play h5. Is that good for me? Is it bad for me? I cannot really tell. It would be very optimal for me to try to attack this one. But how are we going to make that happen? One thing I could do is play f4, takes, king f5, h3, and then just move my king over. And gradually get... But I don't really like exchanging that many pawns, because I feel like the computer might be able to defend if we exchange too many pawns. I want to keep it busy in both directions. Wow, Jerry has 13,000 viewers. That is amazing. And that is just organic, right? Because I saw chess.com has like 40,000, but they have some massive help with the Twitch front page. How much is Chessbra viewership? Chess.com had 40K with no front page? Wow, that is freaky. Chessbra around 5K. 5K is still, I mean, huge numbers. 5K is still so good. Feingold is getting... Okay. The world is chess crazed, people. The world is chess crazy. Hammer regretting going on TV. No, actually, one thing I've learned about Twitch is that viewership numbers and and revenue are two very different things. So you have to be able to create revenue out of your viewership. And I mean, for that, I think Eric is doing a very good job with this Ting sponsorship and stuff like that. But beyond that, I think not a lot, not enough, or not any of of the um, of the chess streamers are really sponsored. So views are very good for kind of telling sponsors that, look at this, we have so many people watching, you may want to be associated with us. But to think that 5,000 viewers means that you're going to get uh, 500 subscribers, I don't think it works like that. Okay, so I still cannot decide what to do to make progress. I need to get my knight somehow to attack the queen side, and I'm also slightly concerned about knight c6 and a5, which will exchange off pawns on the queen side so that he can focus his energy just defending on the king side. So I would really like to keep at least one pawn on the queen side, making sure that he has to kind of keep in mind both sides of the board. Chess is getting a surprising number of subs without even asking, says ChessBit. Okay, but that's cool. But in general, I kind of my thing about Twitch is that it's better having a smaller, very loyal crowd than having just people, I don't know, randomly watching. Who's Jerry, by the way? Asks Sayas. It's a Chess Network. He was one of the very first chess streamers. Okay, I'm gonna go for f4. I mean, I think I'm winning, but I don't understand how. So I'm gonna choose to take back with the knight, and then I want to get my king here. And he's basically just doing what I said he was gonna do. But my idea was that I will now be able to. Hmm, I will now be able to push something on the king side. So I was intending knight d3, but I need to time it correctly. So if I go g4 now, takes knight d3, king f6, takes back king g5. Am I going to be able to push my pawns in the future? Probably not. And if I go knight d3 immediately after king f5, I open up for h5 to defend. If I'm crazy, I could try something like knight d3, king f5, a4. But that's probably too crazy. Probably too crazy. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see how I'm supposed to make any sort of progress. Which is annoying. Yeah, g4 and then takes, check, king f6. I don't see it working. I don't see it working out very well. Okay, I guess we're going to start with this one. Okay, why does he go king d5? That makes no sense to me. Because now I get very easy play. Maybe he's trying to play for a win. Maybe he's going to try going after this a3 pawn. Whew, that would be... if I manage to lose the knight endgame with a pawn up, that would be something. But I'm not sure about this. I'm not convinced the computer is completely understanding what's going on. Because I might also lock the king in. And this passed pawn is going to be so fast. So h5 is a possibility. h5, king here, up, takes, up. Whew, that's a pretty quick pawn. Up. How are you going to stop that, actually? How are you going to stop that? There? There? H5, king here, here. I'm very close to winning this. Very, very close. G5 takes, here, up, back, up, takes. Yeah, the thing is, I kind of want to shut him in. So whenever he goes king b3, I want to go here. And when he takes this one, I want to go here. And kind of make sure that he doesn't get out of this box. Here, 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 here. I feel like it's close. No calls and Fabi today, says Chessbaiter. No. They have a rest day, so we're doing some endgames instead. Is this what you call hammer time? Yeah, pretty much. Maybe I can go a bit crazy. Maybe I can even go knight here to kind of just stop him. Ah, that's too much. Okay, so how about this? H5, king here, king e4. King e4. He takes. I go g5. Takes. There. 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 That could work. I mean, there's a huge chance I'm calculating. I made a mistake in my calculations. But that would be really cool. H5 here, king e4. Takes. G5 takes. Up. That would be really cool if it worked. Oh no, he has knight g8. Oh, that's kind of sweet. Knight g8. Yeah, that's too bad. H5, king b3. Maybe I can just guide the pawn home. H5, king b3. What if just king here? It feels a bit slow. Knight c5 followed by knight takes a4. Whew. That's pretty spectacular. The thing about knight c5, I'm even nervous about knight takes b4. But that's a very cool suggestion. Knight c5, king c3, and just take on a4. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. King e4, king b3. That's pretty close. Okay, I'm just gonna try one of the pawn races. I'm not concentrated enough to calculate it very well. But we're gonna try out a pawn race. We're gonna try out a pawn race. Ooh, the evaluation goes from 1 till 2. That is a pretty big. And also he didn't go king b3. I don't understand why he didn't do that. But that's a pretty big sign of because now it's really tempting to go here. Kind of preventing some stuff at the same time. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Let's see what happens. Chespe gifting a sub to Cyan. Thank you. Probably King B3 was a losing. I probably, but I couldn't tell how. Well, I mean, if it was losing the way I thought it was losing, then I should go King E4. But honestly, I was not convinced. Okay, I guess we're gonna play out this line I suspected was winning. But it feels like whenever the computer is grabbing this pawn, it feels kind of tricky. Um, Actually, at this stage, maybe I can go here. Okay, let's try this. That was very successful. Here, here, here. Ooh, that line I'm losing. So probably we should put the knight in front of the pawn. Knight c1, king b2, g5 takes. Ooh, that line I'm also losing. Why am I winning here? This is basically a puzzle. This is basically a study. Why am I winning here? So g5, then comes king c2, which is frankly annoying. I guess I could go knight e1, then king moves, and then g6. But I don't really see that having a big future. I am not really understanding why I'm winning. Endgames are way too tricky, says Sayas. Yes, agreed. g5, king c2, king c1. No, maybe. King c1 takes g6. Nah, he's queening before me. Hood, yeah, Aquila gifting a sub to Hood Fresh. Thank you. Maybe mate on a1 with a knight. I'm not really sure what you mean. Knight c1, king b2. I'm not sure. I think I have to play g5. I don't see. I don't see anything else making sense. I need to get my pawn up. 1.73 doesn't mean winning. Yeah, that's a very good point, Larix. Maybe I'm just playing knight e1 and keeping a knight up. Regardless, this has been a very interesting game. I think I have to go here. And then I have to go here. And now he cannot take my knight. Okay, this move feels like a huge mistake. Maybe. Or maybe not. I have to go in between. Okay, so he gets my pawn, but I remain up a knight. So we just went from a knight ending with a pawn up to a queen ending with a knight up. That's quite the transformation. And I still have no idea what's going on. Though it's very likely it's a draw. Because queen h4 check is going to be more than a little bit annoying. Putting pressure both here and here. I guess I'm going to try to save my knight. Yeah, it's probably just a draw. Because it's very difficult for me to defend this one. Unless I have some kind of crazy maneuver. Let's just try to do this and keep the knight protected. And then we're going to see what happens. It's the queen versus knight endgame. That is pretty rare. I'm going to take this one. And then I'm just going to hope for the best. Yeah, against the person, you could probably try to make something happen. But against the computer, I think all hope is futile. Why not queen d6? I don't know. It's a draw anyway. Doesn't really matter. Okay, interesting game. Computer salvages a draw. But it was fun.